One. Welcome everybody to the Culture Shock Podcast, where we play around too much and don't take it serious.
I take it serious.
Just kidding. Welcome Tay to the Culture Shock Podcast.
Yeah.
What up, Kenny?
What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
You got the horns. You got the horns today.
And
Yeah,
what's
horns
up?
for me. Horns for me.
This is your boy, Pat Bayless.
Oh, shut up.
Raise your hand if you're
That's
fried.
why you ain't getting no horns.
Raise your
I
hand
did.
if you're fried.
No, you didn't.
I'm fried. I'm Miss Frizzle in this bitch. I'm so fucking fried.
You on the Magic School Bus right
Yo,
now?
fried mac and cheese, bitch. I'm so
Fried
fried.
mac and cheese sandwich.
I'm fried, bro.
On today's episode, we are here to be serious, even though Tay doesn't show it today. But we are here to be serious. Today we're going to talk about waging our morals.
Ooh.
Right, like how I got asthma but be smoking.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But let's start off with just the most blunt, on the top, surface level stuff. A lot of people out here nowadays are doing things for money.
Yep.
He throwing shots.
No, I'm not. I'm not
So what
throwing
you saying?
shots.
I'm out here
That's my
fucking pussy
turn.
for money?
A lot of people out here are doing things for money.
Everybody does.
It
things
doesn't
for
have to
money.
be sexual.
know.
Doesn't have to be
It's
sexual,
true.
but it could be anything for events.
A 9 to 5.
What is y'all personal limit to go past your morals?
A 9 to 5. Some people go to a 9 to 5. Based
Nah,
on
but
their
let's do it a
morals.
little bit more fun since
Nah,
they
I
want
know.
to be fried.
No, of
I know
course.
a 9 to
Wow.
5.
Of
Well,
course.
first of
He
all,
is throwing shots.
no,
Okay.
Everybody got their price.
Okay.
That's
You're
all.
right.
That's
Exactly.
That's
I want to
all
know.
I'm
I want to
saying.
know y'all prices.
That's all I'm saying. though.
Tell you what's your price.
That's the baseline
Of
of what I'm
course, they gotta
saying.
start with me. They start with me because if you don't know, now
No,
you know.
we don't know.
I had
You don't have to tell.
I have a
Please
OF.
tell
It's
your
okay.
price.
It's known. It's okay. I had, should say.
Yes.
But cause y'all gonna be like, you had shut up. I had. I can't necessarily say for me. I could say that for me it wasn't like it's not something I enjoyed. It's not something, you know, I brought up. I talked about it on Ben's podcast. Not something I condone. I also was like dancing and shit, and you know, I worked nightlife, whatever. I talked about it on multiple pods. So I don't believe you should do that. So don't like be like, oh, like, well, you did it. I'm not like there's a reason I'm saying that. It's not for everybody. It's not something that I believe you should necessarily be happy about or proud of or flaunt or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you go through things in life, so you're gonna have to sometimes do things to better yourself. But always keep the intention of bettering yourselves. Don't stay in that just because you touch a little money. I think money is a huge problem when it comes to morals. Because money, because of that fast money, because we all grew up in a society now at least where the best money you can get is that quick fast money. It don't even they say like long money. No, it's not even about long money. It's about having fast money. As much money as you can get right now and then probably blow it right after. There's no money management. There's no knowledge of how to continue to grow that money and put it in places and what to actually do with it to keep it like for generations and shit. So I think don't let money be your be all end all when it comes to your morals.
What about you, Kenny?
So, like I was saying before, is everybody got their price because at the end of the day, 9 out of 10 people that's listening to this podcast right now probably have a 9 to 5, maybe even more. Probably 9.9% of people that's listening to this have a podcast. I mean, that are listening to
You're
the
fried.
podcast. Nah, I'm not fried.
Have a 9 to 5.
You know what I'm saying? Have a
Yeah.
9 to 5.
Mhm.
So with that being said, is everybody has their price. So to go back to what you were saying, you didn't enjoy doing what you did to make money at the
I
time.
also had a 9 to 5.
No, but what I'm saying is on top of that is like some people feel the same way about their 9 to 5. How
True.
you know what I'm saying? So it's the same ball game. So there's no knock to you for doing what you had to do at the time. Like that's why I also respect the hustle. Like I be in strip clubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And
What do you say?
nah, I'm just giving the real though. Like I'm not saying like, I go there frequently, but like when I do go, it's because
To show love, because you know what they're doing.
not even for them. More so for me, I'm a little bit selfish.
Yo, I hate niggas, man.
I'm a little bit selfish, but at the same time,
I thought
it's
this
like
was going in a good
Yeah, I thought
direction.
so.
no, it is,
Like, not
it
bad.
is. I'm not trying to
Finish.
stray from the main point, but at the end of the day, like I have a 9 to 5.
Mhm.
Technically, I have a price. I keep
Mhm.
showing up
Yeah.
because I have a job and they pay me, they compensate me for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Do I enjoy doing it? Hell no. Do I want to go clock in every day and put my fucking finger on a scanner? No, but I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, it's like sometimes the lines get blurred or the goalposts might move depending on how the money situation is.
Right.
As fucked up as that sounds, but that's just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's everybody's truth.
What about you, Amber? What's your goalpost?
I don't know. I think for me, I'm definitely somebody, especially at my age, I'm definitely somebody who's more cautious about the way I move
Mm-hmm.
and how I portray myself and being genuine to who I truly am. But have I struggled and had to do some things I wasn't necessarily proud or ready to do? Absolutely, I have. And I will do those things anytime I need to get myself through, because I know with me, that's not my first option. I try everything I can try to make sure that I am where I need to be. If that means paying my bills, I'll work multiple jobs
Yep.
rather than to do something that I'm not comfortable with. But if I feel like I've exhausted all my options and I have nothing else that I can do, I will do that thing. That's just me.
I think it's interesting that Tay and Kenny both brought it. All three of y'all brought it to different levels. Like Kenny was more broad of, which honestly was true. You know, you do the 9 to 5, and nobody wants to get up and do a 9 to 5. Let's just
Nobody
be
does.
honest. Nobody does, and we do
True.
it to survive.
But you don't have to. That's the thing. Everybody thinks that that's the resort, but
Yeah, in a way you don't have to, but you got to find something. In a way, the world, you need money.
everybody has
no
a
matter
price.
what. Exactly. So it's like, and then Tay, she's talking about stuff that she's not proud of doing, and Amber's talking about they're not proud of doing, but they do to get by. Mine's a McChicken. My limit's a McChicken.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But no,
Somebody
Yo,
can get you some wild
McChickens
for
are
a
expensive
McChicken.
now,
That
nigga.
is-
Somebody
Mama
can get
McChicken.
you
Mama-
some wild for a
Mama-
McChicken.
Nah,
Chickens
but
are expensive now.
I think
What are they, $2?
What?
I
Yo,
think with
try and buy
morals-
a McChicken by itself.
right.
You
Okay.
might as well get a $3 bundle.
Okay.
It's a fact.
I think with morals,
It's a fact.
I think with
And
morals,
I don't even be at McDonald's like that. Y'all know where I be at. I be at
He in the
all other
McChicken
Yo,
places
phase
and
right
shut
shit
the
now.
like
fuck up
that.
about this McChicken.
That
that
really got
McChicken
me.
got him
I'm
going.
dead ass serious. A McChicken is more expensive than a $3 bundle. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
I believe it. I believe it.
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
But in all seriousness, morals, I think also come with age.
Oh yeah,
I
100%.
think my morals my morals when I was younger was way different from what they are now. Like what I'm looking for, what I'm willing to do to go to that extent to get what I need to get is different. And it doesn't always have to be in a bad way. Like my morals at 24 before I had my son wasn't the same as if I had my son, right? Like if I don't got enough for my son, then I got to do whatever I have to do. Where back then, if I don't got enough for me, whatever, I'll figure it out whenever I want to figure it out.
That's
You know what I'm saying? It's a different level of survival, different level of
I think also experience plays a role in that. Like the reason I
For
am like
sure.
this is because like I went homeless at like 19 through no fault of my own. Like my family was for a couple months. If you didn't know, watch a couple episodes. I have no shame in talking about that. So from then on, I let it be known to myself that I will never leave where I put my head at night in the hands of anybody else. And I'll never leave that shit again in nobody else's hands. I love my mother to death, and I'm not saying it's her fault she got sick, but like it just now that I'm an adult, I cannot lack. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as this happened again when I was 19. Once that hit, I was like, oh, I can't lack ever again, because now I'm really an adult now. Like there's no you can like dick around and like fuck up a little bit. Like by 21, I was already out.
But
You know
look,
what I'm saying?
look,
I'm in my third crib.
I'm a piggyback off what you're saying. Experience is the best teacher, so your morals are gonna continue to change throughout. So like you
Right.
saying at 24, you wouldn't have felt the way you had if you had a son. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But now that you do, the circumstances change.
Absolutely.
Experience is the best teacher. So now your mindset changes. So your morals are gonna continue to change as you grow and as you go through experiences. Because it's like, all right, I've learned from this. That's just, I don't want that shit to ever happen again. I ain't like that. I ain't like where I was at that point. So with that being said, as the years change, people's morals gonna change.
Yeah.
Or the
Absolutely right.
situation that you're in. Like say you might have made more money in 2025 than you did in 2027. You know what I'm saying? And in 2025 you wouldn't have did that shit.
Yeah.
But in 2027 you like, you know what I'm saying? You might be hurting a little bit. you're down the line, but like your morals might change based off your situation.
Exactly, and I think also people the way they see people view them, right? Like I have my morals, but I also am thinking of how are people gonna view me, right? So let's just use this podcast for example, right? My morals might change because I'm worried about what somebody's thinking about me. The way I go about things, the way I promote this podcast might change based off the way people go about it. So my price limit might step back, or I get the opportunity and I might go forward. You get what I'm saying? So I think there's circumstantial people and there's circumstantial businesses. It doesn't always have to be money. It could be something you just invested in mentally that could change your moral code. You feel what I'm saying? Has there ever been a friend or a loved one that you changed your morals for? I'll start with Amber.
Damn,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, you up at bat first.
Right
Amber.
on that. Go ahead.
A family member?
Family member, friend, doesn't matter. Have you ever stepped out of your morals to do best by them?
Oh,
Okay, well, there you go.
Yes, let me tell you. I have come a long way. I will like preface everything I'm saying with that. Yeah, I've been in a lot of situations where I've ultimately it's kind of always the same. I give so much of myself to someone, and even when they're messing up, I make excuses for that person and I say, well, maybe I could be the one to change them. Maybe I can help them. I can get this person through this situation. I'm going to do whatever I can in my power to show that person that I care about them to the point where that comes back and bites me, And for me, that's something that I've always kind of extended back, and I've done a lot of healing and growing, and now I know that that's not something that can happen. You know what I mean? And it's not healthy, but yeah.
Kenny, what about you?
All right, so I'm gonna say it like this, so, and I'm not even trying to get dark or nothing, but like, you asked the question, so I'm gonna answer it. Is there times I maybe should have changed my morals for certain people? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Just off the simple fact that like maybe sometimes you may have known some information about somebody or things that they were going through at the time, and you should have brought it to the light. And if it never did, it might have been too late too. You get what I'm saying? Without saying, I don't want to put names to shit or timestamps and shit. But with that being said, it's like sometimes maybe your morals should be, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, the goalpost should move for certain situations. But if you're like, with me, how I am is like, I'm solid when it comes to like people that I deal with, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm never going to like move the goalposts on my morals when it comes to like either my friends or family members or some shit like that. But like, do I have regrets about not moving that goalpost sometimes? Yeah. But at the same time, it was like, that's just my character. So it's like, I can't say I don't have regret. Like I said, but like sometimes I be trying to make myself feel better about certain situations off of shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
I think for me, I would say, I guess it would depend on the regard. Like I think I do it more in the regard of, I'll let you get away with too much with me. Whereas in a normal like situation, I might not let somebody do something to me or me tolerate some shit with somebody on a regular basis. I would be like, nah. Whether it's a friend or a boyfriend, whatever the case might be, I'd be like, nah, I'm good on that. But for whatever reason with that person, I just keep allowing it in the hopes that they might change or whatever the case might be. So I think in that sense, I might put my morals aside because I stand firmly on like there's certain shit I'm just not dealing with until I'm in the right situation. Then all of a sudden I'm not standing on that. You know what I'm saying? So, but otherwise, I don't think I necessarily put my morals to the side because like I believe in everything I believe in very strongly. So I'm not putting that to the side just because you probably have your views. I respect them, but like I'm not. It is what it is.
Yeah, I think for me, I know my fault has always been if I care about you, I'm gonna let you get away with some shit that I wouldn't let somebody else get away with.
As you should.
Yeah, it's like, but at the same time, it's like how much is too much. Pause.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can't let you get away with all this shit. Like
Right.
I let you slide, and then now you just keep sliding. You keep sliding. You keep sliding. At this point, it's like you just taking advantage. Same way as like Reed could do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been in both boats. You feel what I'm saying? I've been a person that take advantage, and I know I could go that limit, so I'm just gonna keep testing a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let me get a little bit more. Pause. And then I've been on the other side where like, yeah, big pause. And now I'm on the other side where it's like, all right, I'm letting you get away with murder because I love you, and I, like Tay said, I see the potential. There's a potential there. You gonna reach that potential, what I see, but it's not what you showing me. And I think the biggest problem with all people, not all, but a lot of people, is we see the potential and
They
we
stuck
want
on
that person
potential.
so bad to reach that potential, and they never do. And now we're sitting in this low, we're sitting in this sadness, we're sitting in this regret, we're sitting in this why me, and we've never let that go. And I think as humans, through therapy or through stuff we learn over time, man, we should just let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? And that's a constant journey, but I think that's also selling our morals out there. And Tay's laughing.
It's because a song started playing in my
What
head.
song's playing?
Preach by fucking by Party Next Door.
Go ahead, talk that shit. Do you guys
You
believe
won't
in
sing it right now?
Yeah, sing
No,
it.
absolutely not. I will not. I'm
Come
fried.
on.
I'm not fucking dumb.
Do you guys do you guys believe in selling your soul? Like, do you believe
Hell
that?
no.
No, not y'all
Oh.
personally
Like
selling
that it
your
happens.
soul.
I do believe
Do
it
you
happens.
believe that it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
Look at the industry. Absolutely.
Okay, so get into it. Get into it, Tay. Since you, go
Not
ahead.
even just
If you
industry.
know
That's
the
just
industry,
that's
just
a
that.
Just
broad
I feel like
industry's broad scale.
yeah,
Sorry.
you could do it in like
Relationships.
yeah. I mean,
What do you mean?
We'll get to that.
yeah. I'll let you if
Nah,
you wanna.
go
'cause
ahead. We'll
Nah,
get
let's
to
take
that.
going. Then you go
I
ahead.
believe like selling your soul happens often because to some degree, you kind of like have to pay a price for anything you want in life, right? Whether it could be a good price, bad price, whatever the case
Right.
might be. But I think sometimes it's taken to like an extreme where money is involved. I feel like money could really get you to do things that you probably would never even thought to fucking do. But because you have all this money and you did everything you wanted to do already, you might start doing things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might, you know what I'm
Just
saying?
on
Like
strange for a piece of
I
change.
don't think that there's like I don't know. I personally don't believe that was crazy. I don't
Yeah.
believe. Don't cancel us, please, please don't cancel us. But
What did I call him?
Don't do that.
okay,
Cut
stop.
him, Mike. Go ahead. Cut him,
Please.
Mike. Go ahead. Keep going.
Stop. Everybody, relax. Take a deep breath. Ready?
Oh, Tay, go ahead.
Yeah, cause fucking relax. Just fucking relax.
Let me get that pen that's
I
in your pocket.
believe.
I might
Why are you worried about my pen? Spell pen. No, hit your vape.
Because you got
nicotine.
asthma.
Go ahead, Tay.
And
Go
don't worry
back
about
in.
my
I'm sorry.
asthma. Don't worry about my
Yeah,
asthma.
Tay.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Tay.
I believe that when they get like to put quite simply, like we've talked about this on the episode before, like Dan Schneider and all those people,
Oh,
P
yeah.
Diddy and all those people, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get where they. I don't believe in coincidences. Certain things happen for a
Mhm.
reason. The Epstein Island shit, like
Yeah. You're right.
there's crazy things involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just putting that out there.
So you
But I
believe in
do
Illuminati?
believe. Yeah.
Okay.
But like probably not the one that like like I don't know how to explain it. I can't get into that. That's a conversation for another day. I'm too fried for it. But like yeah, we're not even gonna jump down that rabbit hole because you know the algorithm's gonna be like, psych, take that down.
Mhm.
Anyways, but I do believe to a degree for what he was saying, like with like selling your soul relationships, because I don't know what degree he meant, but in the degree that I could perceive it as is like being willing to do things that are probably you would never even think to do for the sake of a relationship.
Or for the sake of a certain being.
Right.
You
What
know
do you
I'm saying?
mean? Okay, nah. Spill the tea because I'm confused.
Okay. She's fried.
Tell
Spill the
me.
tea.
Spill
Yeah,
the
what are you
tea.
talking
Okay,
about?
Go ahead. Go into
is
what
what I
you was gonna
mean.
go into.
All right, so I want to go back to what you was talking about, like, just before we move on to what I'm talking about. When you was bringing up like Diddy and all these other people, whatever the case may be, they might be doing certain shit that they wouldn't normally do that goes against their morals to be in a certain relationship with people that's gonna put them in position.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I was
So
getting at.
yeah. Nah, I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah. 'Cause,
We still on the same
I'm
team.
Fried. I'm fried. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
you
what I'm saying?
fried, whatever. Anyway,
This guy just wants
but
to be
in
for
terms
me,
of
though.
in terms
Right.
of relationships, what I'm saying is basically like, basically what Tay said before I said what I said. It's the truth. They might do certain things that they wouldn't normally do for any particular person, but this particular person not makes them, but like gives them the not the gratification, but like the what's the
Ultimatum?
word? No. So the person that they're trying to do things for, they're trying to please them in a certain way. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Maybe that's their standard, and normally for the regular person, that might not be that case, or for anybody. You know what I'm saying? But just because they like that person that much, that's kind of like, in a terms, kind of selling your soul, because you going outside your character, you're breaking your morals. You may cut off family members.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You may do.
Okay,
You may spend all your bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to please that one person, and they know that. So, and you know they know that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying about, in relationships, it might be
That's
a certain
Like the
level.
sacrifices you might
yeah. I'm
take.
gonna let Amber
A
go, but I do
certain
gotta
level,
piggyback off that. Girl.
That's
little
wild.
certain
Yeah,
level of
it
selling your
clicked
soul.
for me when you.
Yeah. I was trying to explain it, because as soon as I said it, you were like,
Yeah.
nah. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, I don't understand, but I get it now.
Yeah.
That's a valid point. I think for me personally, this means a lot, because sometimes we enter into things without knowing the fine print and getting all the
Exactly.
information. And it's not until it's too late that we realize what we've done. So for me, joining the military was something I've always wanted to do. And so when I had the opportunity, after a lot of trials and tribulations, I got there. And when I got there, I realized it wasn't everything that I thought it was, you know? That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But ultimately, you know, I signed up and I thought I was doing, and for a while it was great. I was like, wow, this is great, until it hit me. And I realized I am contracted to be somebody's bitch for the next 5 years, or however, you know what I mean? And it's not everything it's cracked up to be, and it's changed my life dramatically, and I'm definitely glad to be out.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because I know some people that join the service as well, and they're re-signing contracts.
Oh,
left and right. So
Yeah.
is it a brainwash like situation? Like, no, I'm not gonna say it like that. I don't mean to say it like that, but like, with like how you said it wasn't what you expected it to be.
Right.
Some people go into that always wanting to join the military, this, that, and the third. And I'm not knocking the military or nothing like that, because they do things for myself that I wouldn't do for myself.
Right.
In a sense. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, is it like certain people, I don't know how to explain this shit, because
I think I know what you're saying. It's a different experience for everybody.
Yeah. So like some of my friends, they're re-signing their contracts for like bigger years than what they joined for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is it a mentality thing, or is it like to bring back full circle, is it a morals thing? Like, certain people have certain things that they're not willing to go against, and some people will for an end goal that they don't even know about, because we know about, like we spoke about this shit before. You know what I'm saying? There's certain veterans that aren't getting the support they should be getting, and they got deployed, they got this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, is it like, I
know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. For me, I think the best and quickest way to answer this, and we'll definitely have this conversation at at another time, but for me, there's a reason why they target younger people to join the military, because your mind is still very easily manipulated at that point, you know? And so the problem is that a lot of the things that are unethical and things that shouldn't be happening, all you're thinking is, damn, bro, I just left my crib. I'm making money. I got housing. I'm not living with my parents. I have opportunities to do things that not a lot of people get to do.
Yeah.
And so they're thinking with the wrong, they're not mature enough to understand, like, oh shit, this is something.
But I wouldn't even put it with maturity though, because it also comes down to, like I said, it depends on your goalposts and like your circumstances, because the specific person I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
that was a grown nigga at fucking 13, 12, 11 years old from the day I
feel like,
met the
though-
kid. You know what I'm saying? Because like it was always survival.
Right. And
And
the
I identify with it.
military is
That's why we
still
reflect-
very much survival.
Yeah, of course.
But what
Of
I
course.
mean to say is different for everybody. Your
Mhm.
experience is your own, because some people, it's great to them. It's exactly what they wanted and it's perfect. But let me tell you, there's a reason that there's a lot of suicides in the military.
You have
Yeah,
no
and I'm
idea.
not-
You know,
There's
the
a
trauma-
reason.
Also, like, I feel like even the experiences between men and women are going to be completely different
Absolutely.
because
Yeah, 100%.
we're talking about men with power.
Yes.
You're going to talk about Diddy and all of them. Hello.
Yes.
There's cases all over the news of women being sexually
Yeah, it's
assaulted.
about
Men too, though,
and it
being
was about
sexually
their
assaulted.
survival. That's why they're
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
like-
It took this amount of years for them to
Right.
come out
So
because that was
they're
their
not
lifeline.
gonna they're not gonna recontract with these niggas. They're out of
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
That's-
Some
no,
people
some-
will though.
Some will.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's your lifeline, are you gonna go against the grain?
Well, let me tell you something. Just to say, I was sexually assaulted in the military, and I tried my best to stay in and fight it and like figure out a way, because I was like, nah, fuck that. I fought for this. I'm staying.
Right.
Nobody's taking that away from me. But then it became too much. I realized like, this is too common. Why is everybody trying to brush this under the rug? This
It's
is
beyond
weird.
common, and we commend
And
you
then
for
I
even
said,
saying this.
hold up. I'm not going to risk my life. Then it got to a point when I realized the truth. I'm not risking my life to fight for this when I'm not being protected where I should be protected.
Right.
All right, so I wanna
And I left.
continue on what you was just talking about, not specifically your case, but like now let's think about the people that have been re-enlisting
Yeah.
years and years and years and years and probably have the same exact story that you have, male or female.
You're absolutely right, because I know
At that point,
I
they're
know
convinced
plenty.
that they're doing it for the country.
I know plenty, but not
no,
even that.
it's not about
Sometimes-
that. What I'm saying is like they're trying to
Not
stay
in
in
that
good
way,
graces.
that sounds
No,
crazy.
but this is what I was saying about like even when I brought up relationships to begin with. They're trying to stay in good graces of a person
Yes.
that they feel has so much value
That they
to
can take
their
everything
life.
away from them.
Yep.
You know, but even if it's like somebody that just looks up like appealing to you, you know what I'm saying? Like just to stay in their good graces, you'll go against every code you ever learned in your entire life.
Yeah.
Not for everybody, but like I'm just saying that specific person that may be hearing this.
But let me tell you something. That's a lot of the time. Some people just bear it. They say, damn, you know what? This is the quickest retirement I'm going to get. I already did
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with it. And some people genuinely, I'm telling you, struggle every single day. And they just stick with it because they don't got to do it much longer. Also, they're getting paid pretty well. There's some good benefits. They've had a family now. Their family gets all these benefits. How can I tell my kids, yo, we about to struggle because I'm getting out?
Yeah.
You have, like it's hard. It's not an easy thing to just, I'm out, get out of.
Yeah.
I've also, as well as sexual assault, seen in cases of people being harmed physically.
Oh, what?
Like
yeah.
getting killed and shit. So like now you also have to risk that as well.
That's my point.
I'm risking my life. Like
No,
there's
you are.
there's a difference between the first one and the second one, obviously, because I know that I'm risking my life for the country. That's the point of me doing this. I'm in this because I'm doing this for a greater good, in a sense. I don't know that I'm risking my life against people that are supposed to be my comrades, the people that I'm supposed to be on the fucking lines with. That's crazy. So why would you want to like that I will
the
say
military has its own judicial system for a reason.
that's
Because
true.
the shit that slides in the military would not slide out here.
Oh shit.
That is
Hey,
true.
They got
do have their own
documentaries
culture.
about it.
I'm
Go
telling
find
you
Yeah.
right now, there's a reason why they
Go
have their own
find it.
judicial system. It's not a coincidence like
Mhm.
we've been saying.
We commend you for telling that.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to say that. Yeah, that's a touchy subject. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't want to tap into too much of that. I know it happens, and you can talk about it when you feel you want to talk about it. You don't ever have to, but that's something that's very serious. I did want to go back to Kenny's part, which I was kind of
Mhm.
not agreeing in a way when he said selling your soul was sometimes giving somebody too much of you. Reason why I don't agree with that is because I was in that. And I didn't feel like I sold my soul. I feel like I did allow my morals to get a little out of hand when I already knew because I saw potential. I don't know if selling your soul and morals to me goes the same all the time, because I still feel like deep down in my soul I was still that good, kind-hearted person. I didn't really go left. Yeah, maybe that person brought some stuff out of me that was a little dark. But I did, like, when I tell you, like, credit cards, and I would max certain shit out just to make that person's day. Not day, but excuse me, but like in general, like
So
birthdays or
So
whatever.
you don't feel like it had something to do with your soul at that time.
Nah, I just
I feel like it kind of is like a prime example of that, because to some
Yeah,
degree you are willing
exactly.
to sacrifice most of your being to please another being.
Right.
And when you
So
talk about
as to
credit, that's
do-
heavy, nigga.
Yeah, like that's
Wow.
crazy. You know what I'm
Credit
saying?
card.
Like
But yeah, credit
anything that's
card,
life
you're right.
altering like
that
that.
comes
it's
that
like,
comes into play
can.
with everything. That comes
Right.
comes into play
That
with your
could've ruined your
lifeline.
life.
It comes into play with a lot of things.
You're right.
I feel like it just toes that line, because I feel like morally,
But I'm just saying, the goalpost shifts.
right?
It does.
For
So
sure.
when you have a certain so when you talking about your soul, right? You're talking about your being. You're talking about things that you would never go against, right?
Mhm.
So when it comes to a specific being outside of yourself, and that starts to move, that's somewhat kind of selling your soul.
It's
In
like-
my,
I
so
know
like,
what
so
I
in
see
my
what you're saying
logic-
too, but
no,
then
in my
also,
logic-
is it really though? Because for an example, you
I'm
have a
sorry,
kid.
Tay.
He has a kid at least.
Wow, I just
You would
apologize to
never
you.
casually. I know. I appreciate that. Thank you. I know that for most parents, at least, you would probably kill somebody behind your fucking kid, but
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not just gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, did
I
you
know what
sell
you
your
mean.
soul to your kid? No.
That's pretty good.
You know what
I
I'm
ain't gonna lie.
saying?
Your
So,
kid
I'm just
is
playing
your
devil's
soul,
advocate.
though.
Yeah, I mean, it's an extension
Give
of
her
your soul, but
give
again,
her
you
her
still did not
props.
sell your soul for that.
Yeah.
That's an extension of you.
No, that was a good one.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
you gonna kill somebody behind
Yeah,
your
nah,
fucking
when
with
kid,
my
your-
but you
seeds
not.
hear this,
but you
when my
not
seeds hear
killing
this,
on a
I'm
regular
stepping
day.
behind anything y'all do.
Yeah. Nah,
Your teacher gives you a bad grade, I'm stepping.
Yeah, I think behind your kid, it just
Bro,
goes out the window.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't even have a kid, but I already know that's the type of attachment I'm gonna have.
They're gonna use this in court.
Yeah,
Mhm,
like,
right,
yeah,
right,
no,
right.
use it in court. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sliding behind mine.
Yeah, I mean
Put me underneath.
that saying of "I'll take a bullet for my child,"
Yeah,
I'll jump in
type
front of a
shit.
car.
You would never do that for somebody
You
else.
say that, but it's true. Once you really have that bond between you and your child, it's like
I
it's not
already
even
know.
a thought. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a thought. It's like,
You wouldn't question
at
it.
any second,
nature.
me personally, I'm not a fighter or somebody who looks for trouble. But if you try to do something to my son, if I can't beat you up, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's how I feel
that's
about my
just how it
dog.
is,
I
bro.
swear.
Like,
And
I
I'm
don't even
gonna
have
figure
kids,
it
but
out. No
I
matter
know,
how
I know.
you may be the
I feel
biggest
like that
dude.
about my dog, so
Listen,
imagine
right.
my fucking kid.
I'm
Right,
being
I feel like that
honest.
behind my
It's the
mom.
truth, bro.
Like you may
You
be the
could get me
biggest
tight.
dude. You may be
It's the truth.
6'7", sprawling, and you got little old me, like fucking from SpongeBob, me, like that motherfucker from there. I'm still gonna find out how to, take you down.
That's how. Yeah, that's a
Take
fact. I'm the same way with my mother. I'd be like, yeah, I'm a slide 100p.
Nah, I think I
You know what
think
I'm saying?
And this
So
is
you're not,
why,
you ain't really
listen,
selling your
I'm
soul.
gonna take this. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to cut you off,
it's
but
okay.
you be talking a lot, so
I know he's not talking.
It's
You
alright
cut
if
off
I cut
everybody
you
on the
off.
show.
sometimes I don't talk enough, so I feel like today
No,
I
they
maybe
be in the
might have to talk
comments
a
like,
little
shut
bit
the
more.
fuck up. You talk too fucking much. It's like your
Who?
teeth just keep spreading up all that fucking
Oh,
talking.
you really want to start with that?
listen.
Oh,
Hold on.
Do you
Before
really
we go
want to
there,
start
wait.
with that?
Wait, Pat, go
Tay,
ahead.
I
What?
really don't think you want to do that right now.
Oh,
Let's
God.
not cut until after the show. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Have y'all ever
Damn, I
seen?
wanted to say something good too.
Have y'all ever seen somebody y'all loved sell their soul?
Oof.
Yeah. And it actually just brought me back to my point that I was like
Yeah,
actually trying to
perfect.
get to before Tay tried to take me
Aw.
off on this crash course
Go ahead.
of cutting ass because I don't
Okay.
really get it right now.
Just wait.
But anyway,
wait.
yeah.
He be on 10 with for no
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
And then when I
yeah.
get on him, but y'all seen that episode he got on me for no reason. So I told you I had shit in
Yup.
the chamber. It just gotta come. It'll
Yup.
come natural.
Yep.
But continue, my
So
love.
yeah,
Karma.
somebody can because, like I said, it depends on circumstances as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't even want to bring it there, but like I'll talk about it. My pops, he went and did his own thing. Not saying that there wasn't circumstances behind that. Like my mom had morals she wasn't going against. Like, yo, you can't do this certain shit in the crib with my kids. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga chose a side and stayed there. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying I don't have forgiveness and shit like that. And we spoke about this shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like on other pods, you can go back and do your research. I spoke on it. Like it took me a while to start doing this on this platform.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, to me, that's a form of selling your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
agree.
like,
Mhm.
what'd you just say about if anything such and such with your son?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said I feel like when I have my kid, I'm going to step a certain way because of the situation I was in when I was younger. It's like, yo, why? Like, I be thinking, like, as I'm older now, I'm like, yo, why? Like, why the fuck would you just put this? Like, if you had to drink that bad, you know what I'm saying? Or you had to do certain shit that bad, why wouldn't you just put that down for you? Like,
Yeah.
as much as you said you would step behind your son.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And not saying that I don't have forgiveness, and I don't even mean to put my dad's business out there like that,
Mhm.
but it's the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I have forgiveness for my dad after that. And most morals wouldn't even, the goalposts wouldn't move for certain people, like a friend or something like
Yeah.
that. That's
I know
my
what you mean.
dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like that's what I was saying with the moral shit. Certain goalposts and certain situations will move that goalpost. So
Mhm.
I'm standing on that.
Yeah.
Not you,
Good
anybody
point.
else? Anybody
Yeah.
you know
Anybody?
that you know so there so?
Hmm.
Don't
And for
look
the
at me.
record, and my fault. And I'll give you more,
They
a
were
little bit
looking
more
at me
time.
and shit.
And for the
Don't-
record, he's doing the work because we talk, we text, when I have a tournament in Baltimore, he's there. If I
what's
have
up.
the live show, he couldn't make it last week. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Mhm.
He's like, and he had all the plans to come up to, like, my dad would have been, you would have known, you would have seen the nigga. You would have been like,
Yeah.
yo, all right, this is loud ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
He had plans on coming up to the show. The shit got canceled and got pushed back April 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Epic Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
We will be there,
yeah.
live and direct. Culture Shock,
Mm-hmm.
Burn at the Rolling. Everybody will be in the building. Artists, comedians, all that shit. 631-516 stand up.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Great
I
promo.
hope it's gonna be
But
great.
either which way, he said he was coming up here and he couldn't make it that weekend. Like
Mhm.
last minute couldn't make it. Like ticket, everything. April 7th. He's like, yo, thank God I couldn't make it that weekend. I'll be there.
That's what's up. Stepping up to the
So,
plate.
Hey,
Stepping up to the plate.
I respect it.
What about you, Emma? And don't look at me.
Okay.
I just gave you like fucking.
No, I know, I
Now I'm
know,
gonna
I
fry
know.
you.
No.
Like I've been frying Tay.
Please leave her
No,
alone.
let me
Save her.
talk. Seriously.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's
No,
like
so I
50
definitely
seconds.
know you're a fucking asshole. I definitely know a couple people and all in different kinds of situations.
Mhm.
I definitely have been there with certain family members that I would say have, like, I had a similar situation, my
Mhm.
father. I've forgiven him, and I think even as a child I forgave him. So that's definitely one of those things. But I do know that whatever you do is always going to come back to you. So
Mhm.
now he is trying to form a relationship. Now he does feel the regret. And I think that's part of life. You know what I mean? You have to see your decision play out completely. That's
Mhm.
how it's going to go. Friendships too, you know, I've known a lot of girls who thought they were on the up and up and I'm too cool for you now. Bye. And then life smacked them, you know, and then they're back in this place with me and I'm like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean?
Not with you. They be lower.
Oof.
No, that's the thing. Definitely
That's not
lower.
true,
But
it is.
trying to come back like, oh, you
It's the
know what?
truth,
I
though.
fucked up. Like, let's just be. Nah, you show me the kind of person you are. You were willing to sacrifice a true friendship for a quick come up. All because I didn't necessarily want to do the things you wanted to do.
God damn.
And then in a work environment, of course, you see certain people who you just know that they licking somebody's booty hole to be where they at. You know what I mean? And that's just the sad truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. What are you gonna do? It's life. I don't judge
It
them.
is.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Based on you said you had forgiveness with your and I hate bringing up fucking daddy issues and shit on
Nah.
fucking Culture Shock podcast, but it's the truth. So you said that you identified that you had forgiveness for him when
Yeah.
the things were going on.
Yeah.
What was it that moved that goalpost? Just because it was your pops, or was it like certain?
No.
There were certain flashes that were like kind of like, oh, okay, I can see the good. I can see the good. Then the bad comes in, it's a fucking storm, and then it's like it's good. Then it's good. And it's like, you always hanging on to the good.
It's a weird thing, but I think even as a child, I had emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
It was the weirdest thing. I wasn't the smartest girl. I wasn't the funniest girl. None of that. But reading people's emotions,
Yeah.
even as a child, that's something that I just always had. And I was always pissed with my dad because I would see everything my mom had to go through because of his stupid ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to put it that way, but it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it really gave me a bad taste in my mouth for him and his role. But then I would go and stay with him for a while and like visit with my grandparents and stuff. And I realized like he's not mature. That's the problem. How can I blame somebody who don't know no better? Does he know he was wrong? Yes. But can he fully comprehend the damage that he's done to so many lives? No. He doesn't see that.
All right, so
I had to forgive
I'm gonna
him.
give you another perspective, right?
Yeah.
I have to put my coat down for this shit. Nah, real
Oh
shit.
shit, let me pick mine up.
Nah, nah,
Hey.
for real shit. Nah, real G shit.
What?
So, for me, you know what it was for me?
Hmm.
As much as the bad shit that my mom would talk about that my dad did, this, that, and the third, and she would never, you know what's so crazy? I knew about the bad shit. She never showed me it. She never put her deck of cards and like, this is, don't fuck with your dad. She never
Right.
did that shit. Not one day in her life. So if my mom not doing that, right, I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Now, people that I don't even really know, like when I tell you, like, I wasn't say it, but anyway, so like, there's people I will run into as an adult now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you Kenny Wigham's son. I'll be like, do I know you from somewhere? They're like, yo, nah, you look just like your pops. Like, I know, like, yeah, no, like, this is your mom, this is your aunt, this, that, and the third. None of these people said a bad word about my dad a day in my life. Not one. As much dirt and as much fucked up things he's done,
Yeah.
how could I not want to try and fuck with this person? Regardless of the fact of how I felt, you know what I'm saying, growing up, like, oh, nah, this, that, and the third, you should have did this, you should have did that, you should have did that. Or this is what I would have did, this is what I would have. You don't know people's circumstances.
Yeah.
And why they're coming off the way, why they're coming off the way they're not really, like, they're perceived a certain way that they actually aren't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes down to your image as well.
No, you're absolutely
You know
right.
what I'm saying? But, like, not one person has ever said anything in a negative light.
Right.
It's always praise. And I'm just like, bro, what? Like, how?
Yeah.
Right.
I know what you mean.
What about you, Tay?
Absolutely. I've seen it, family, friends, seen like dad and, all the other shit. But I think the closest I've seen it to where it was the most disturbing. Well, it's one, I model, I'm in the industry and things of that nature. I worked in nightlife, so I've seen some things. It's very unfortunate the way the industry has taken a turn since when I really like got into it in like 2020. The smaller degree, obviously, I'm not like in nothing crazy, but like from 2020 to now, like it's not the same modeling that it was like before. It kind of required more talent. Now it's kind of just like you got it in as a groupie or like you fucked your way up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so common, like to the point where even just like trying to get into like clubs, like promoters will expect certain things, like certain conversations that I'd be like, I can't work there. Like, I'm just trying to get paid. Like, I could do the job. I can bring people out. I could do those things, but I'm not about to go out with you and, like, fucking mingle with you. Like, I'm trying to fuck you and shit. Like, I'm not doing that. To work in some club, I don't even want to be there to begin with. That's fucking crazy. Like, I don't even want to be there. So I got to go there and act, and on top of that, I got to go through this whole fucking Monopoly board game just to get to, like, that's fucking crazy. But I think the most emotion in the worst emotional sense that I've ever seen it was I was a daycare teacher at one point. This was probably back in 2020 actually. I had a student. We got him at like 5 or 6 months, and he from the entire time I had him, from when he was 6 months. I had him till he was about 22 months because he started getting crazy. He started getting wild. I had him in little infant room, and then, like, I had him in the pre-toddler room, and he was just excelling too fast, and his behaviors were just too large for my setting. So, great kid though. But when I tell you why, he got like that is because, like, his mom, when he was born addicted to heroin. So from his birth till he was at, I want to say 14 months, was just going through straight withdrawals, like, all the time. He had a fever every other day. He was screaming, crying, and all I kept thinking, his grandparents had custody of him. And all I kept thinking was, like, damn, like, how could a mom do that? Like,
Bruh.
It's that important. It wasn't until I didn't get to see his mom start actually seeing him until he had to have been like 16 months. And then his mom decided to, which that's a lot sooner than most, but still crazy to me as a mom. You know what I'm saying? So she started seeing him. She had little visitation. It was within a year after that she fought for custody and then got custody, which at first I was completely against, because I was like, how can y'all give this woman custody? Like, I had somebody tell me that they seen her driving. She was unlicensed. So how are you driving with him in the car? You're unlicensed. You're not supposed to be driving.
Listen.
Like, I knew as he would, like, it was to the point where the visitation was, his life was so altered in his little span of being here. Like, he would cling to me, like, to a different degree. He would, like, we would have different social workers come in every so often to come get him. And all I kept thinking was, damn, how could the mom put her baby through this? Like, he would be losing his freaking mind, having to leave me during nap time to go do a visitation with his mom to a woman and ride in these random people's car in a car seat. He don't know these people from a hole in the wall, because it's the social workers picking him up, not the grandparents, none of that. Some random social worker on any given day. He would cling to me something stupid until we moved him out. It was crazy. And all I kept thinking was, damn, like, that drug was really so important to that parent that, like, she doesn't even know that, like, the lifelong trauma she's inflicted on her son. Because yes, she's better and stuff now, but there's clearly, like, developmental issues and things of that nature. Like, that didn't regard you. You know what I'm saying? So that was, like, the closest to home.
That's deep.
That's your own blood. Like, that's
Crazy,
your
your baby boy.
So to me, there's no, if you don't even deal with your kids, that's a red fucking flag. As a person, to
and she
me,
was an older
like,
woman too. It's not like she was young. She was older.
Yeah.
She was probably in her mid-30s.
I would just say common society that I see just selling their soul or their morals is, honestly, a lot of men do it for women, just off of looks. A lot of people.
Off of looks is crazy.
Nah, I'm being honest.
I agree.
This is
crazy.
very much.
I could be a piece of shit and they would never care. They're gonna be like, I love you.
There's a very heavy thing where people are not really loyal to their friends. They're not really loyal to people around them.
You're right.
For a piece of ass, for whether it lasts for a minute or whether they never get it, they're willing to jump that line and jump that barrier, set people up. It's a thing that probably has been around forever, but is common and just laid out there like it really doesn't matter anymore. You see people, it doesn't have to be directly in your face, but you can see people going after people you know, that know you, that was close to you, or maybe you cared about, that you thought was close to you as a friend. A lot. It happens a lot, and it's so easy to get caught up. Like, let's just be honest, it's so easy to get caught up.
Y'all men ain't right for sure.
But it's just in general. Like, say you could have two
women
guys,
too, though.
women as well.
I've seen it first.
Yeah, women as well. But I just feel like men be put out more on Front Street than women. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Men will definitely
very much like that, more outright.
Two men will hit up Tay and they'll be best of friends, and one may have dated Tay. You know what I'm saying? The other one just wants to see if he could get there. And that's just something.
So is that bro code then too? Because I know that, like,
it's a bro.
I've ruined some friendships because I'm gonna go back
shit.
and be like, yo, that's your friend. I told you that's not your friend. I told you that's not your friend.
Okay.
Actually, one of my ex's friends recently, like one of my exes from a grip ago, DM'd me. When I say best friend, I sent it to him. I was like, yo, I'm bugging. Or that wasn't deadass your homie. Like, that was like your brother.
That's funny.
And I used to always be like, that's not your friend. I'm telling you, I see the weird shit. That's not your friend.
Yep.
That's how true it is. Niggas are really grimy like that.
Well, look, I want to go back to what Pat said.
Ah.
Off of looks, right?
Listen, man, girls be having us hurt.
No.
We can sit here and lie.
See, I wasn't taking that approach.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. There be girls out here that be having us fucking hurt.
Nah.
weak to our knees, and I don't mean
That's
hurt
true,
like
that's true,
broken heart
but-
hurt. I mean like hurt in the sense of like I want that, and I'm willing to.
Oh.
That's why these, and there's no disrespect, but that's why these women first approach a lot nowadays is what you got to offer me. What you got to offer me? You gonna take me to Turks and Caicos because there's so many men that are so
He
badly
went through
hurt
this
that want.
recently.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many. For me, no. I'm just saying in general, like there's so many men that are willing to do that. Just be honest.
Yeah.
Listen, I ain't go through it, but I'm just saying I'm being
that was
honest.
too
He been through this
specific. That was
recently
too.
is crazy.
That was too specific. That nigga said, and that's why they be like, "What you got to offer me? You gonna take me to Turks and
personally,
Caicos?" That happened. That happened.
That didn't happen, but personally,
They
they
thought
did.
you
I
was
would've
making
said-
a check off
If somebody
NASCAR.
said something like that, I'd have been like,
Shit.
all right, I'm not
So-
hurting for you that bad.
So what I was trying to get to was a whole 360 from that. I was basically trying to say is like off of looks alone, right? The lines get blurred because now all of a sudden females think that men want women to look a certain way.
That as well.
So
heavy.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen the clip. I can't remember who was doing the interviews, but like the dude was asking females like, "Oh, BBL natural
yeah.
body," and every single woman was like, "Oh, BBL, BBL,
But
BBL."
males were like natural.
They was
body.
like
And they was-
natural.
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but men be lying too. So I'm
So,
Nah.
sorry.
so
I've heard
that's
it
true
firsthand.
too.
It'd be
That's
nice.
true too. But what I'm saying though is like there's a misconception with the appearance that people are looking for or whatever the case
Right.
may be. Females may think that this is what, oh, I gotta look like her. I gotta look like this to get this thing and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, off appearance, niggas will do certain shit for females off appearance. And a female with this type of appearance, even whether she's natural or BBL, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. She has work done, whatever the case may be. This is what the projection is. It's like, oh, she got this. Oh, I can get that if I look like this. Even with men, same thing. If I look like this, oh, I could do this.
I see what
I
you're
can do
saying.
that.
I see what you're
saying, but
But
But what?
my thing is this, and it's just for me. Yeah, like BBLs is cool. Like, yeah, I might see a girl that has a fat ass, tight ass waist, and damn, she look good in clothes. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is me personally. If I know that bitch is a BBL and I see that shit out the clothes, it may not be as appealing to me.
I've
I'ma
heard this
be- I'ma
multiple
be
times
honest
from
with you.
men.
There's
I've
women
heard this
that
a lot
look
from men that
better
they seen
in
it, but they was like,
clothes
nah.
Then look out of clothes.
I agree with
That
both
have
sides
done
for sure.
got
Mhm.
jobs done. Erica Mena, she look alright in clothes. Have you ever seen that girl naked?
Yeah,
Them titties look hard. I'm
Okay.
just being honest, like just being real. So are you gonna be in a
Lord,
shirt? It might be alright.
Yeah.
I'm being real. I'm an honest motherfucker, so I don't give a fuck.
Nah, but
That's just being
what I'm
real.
trying to
There's girls
say.
that have asses that don't move. I
Right.
fucked with a bitch that had an ass that didn't move. It was fake.
Wait,
it was
wait,
crazy fat, nice.
It was just sitting there.
It just was
No
rock.
movement?
It was like a rock. Like
Oh, that's
like it
nasty
moved,
word.
but it's not moving like if you got a girl with a fat ass that it made waves.
So I wasn't talking about that
Sound like a
specifically.
screenshot you was
Just being honest. It's
Yo, don't go there. Anyway, what I was saying was is like just that's what I was saying, that that's where the lines get blurred. Is where females think, oh, every nigga wants this.
Mhm.
And it may not necessarily be true. Maybe if there's 50% that do, yeah, cool. But like sometimes people don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's the only thing I was trying to
Mhm.
say about that situation.
right.
But that is wild, though.
Before, yeah, I'm just being. I'm an honest motherfucker with this shit. I don't care what people think.
Erica Mena,
To be
get on
honest,
his
yo.
head.
I would have been
Yo,
hot.
we be name
I
dropping
ain't
like a
gonna lie.
bitch
Yo,
on
no,
here. I
hold
hope
on,
we
hold
blow
on.
up so one of y'all gets
Hold on,
mad at
hold
us
on.
and cause
I
a
would have been
scandal.
tight.
I mean, I didn't know it.
Oh,
I
been
didn't know what
tight.
to expect, but I knew that like it's not real. So like, even
But
when I
still,
held it, I'm
even-
like,
Even
this
when
shit
I
is
held
still
it.
good.
Okay, now he.
Being
Even
real.
still,
It
if it's
felt
not
like this
real,
table.
like, yo, come on, bro.
Not the
like,
table, no.
You
Who
was
the
in there
it's
like,
just
fuck.
like-
Fire your doctor.
I feel
It
like
just
that.
looks fire. You feel
Nah,
me?
I
It
get
looks
tired.
good.
Nah, I know what you
It looks
mean.
good, but once you get inside the store,
Fire
it's like it's
doctor.
not as good as
Get-
it look from
Get a
the
new
outside.
one.
Just being honest, it's just not.
I would have been
I'm
hot.
sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But before we
I
get out
wanna
of
get
here,
toxic real quick.
give me one word.
If
or
you
one
know who
thing.
you are, reveal yourself.
No, that's crazy. Let's not.
Nah,
Let's not do
you
that.
see, there you go.
One word that is killing society, or one thing that is killing society nowadays, morally.
Money.
Just one.
Morally?
Just one. Money.
You said morally?
Yeah, morally or. you
Where we
know.
going down the line?
It don't matter. She can say money. Go ahead.
Say
Yeah.
money?
Go ahead.
I said
One
money.
word.
Social media. Well, that's 2 words, but
But yeah, one
Right.
thing.
Instagram.
Sorry, one thing.
1 word. Instagram.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just being successful.
It's a lot of words. No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Okay,
just kidding.
successful. Don't,
I'm just fucking with you.
Whoa. Everybody
Successful?
relax. Deep
Yeah.
breath, deep
Yeah.
breath.
Successful. And I was
You got
actually
her
gonna
yelling
say
and
what
clapping
I
and
was gonna
shit.
say what you said. Social media. Social media to me is one of the biggest downfalls in society, even though people are getting rich. Big shout out to Marquise for shooting this episode because we got him in the building. Shout out, Keys. Big hit the button. Hit the button. And with that being said, check your morals. Be nice to people.
Or
Check
get your
pockets
chin
too.
checked.
Get your money up, not
And
your
when-
money
One
up.
or the
Okay.
other.
And check the DMs because Pat might be in them. Just joking.
Okay.
And with that being said, this is another episode of Coach Shop Podcast. We had a hit. What up, ho? You was able to end it? It had recording on there?